welcome to a new video. In today's video I'm gonna talk about all the new releases that comes out in April that I want to talk about, that I'm excited about, that I want to read. So this is my anticipated book releases for April. So there will be like 6 or 7 books that I will talk about through this video, and these books comes out during April, and we will start off with a book that is called House of Cotton by Monica Brush Ears. I don't know if that's the right word, but the House of Cotton comes out on April 4, and I think this book sounds very interesting. What I can see is like a horror mystery thriller, and yes, I will read you a bit. 19 years old, broke and effectively an orphan, Magnolia doesn't have much to look forward to. She feels stuck and haunted by her overdrawn bank account, by her predatory landlord, by the ghost of her late grandmother, Mama Brown. I mean, that's the last sentence I wrote, that I said, yeah, makes me interested. And one night while working at her dead-end gas station job, a mysterious slick stranger named Cotton walks in and offers to turn Magnolia's luck around. He offers her a lucrative modeling job at her family's funeral home. But I just have a feeling that this will not turn out to be as good as it sounds. So we'll stop there. But this book, I just have a feeling that I will like it, because it's a horror and also a thriller mystery, and I like thriller mysteries. So yes, so on April 4 that book will come out. On April 11 of April, we have the book called The Only Survivor by Megan Miranda. A mystery about a group of former classmates who reunited to mark the 10th anniversary of a tragic accident, only to have one of the survivors disappear, casting fear and suspicion on the original tragedy. 7 hours in the past, 7 days in the present, 7 survivors remaining. And who would you save? I will only say that this sounds like a book that I would like to read, that I think that I will like very much to read. It says that it's mystery thriller. Yeah, it's a suspense, and I like suspense thriller. So yes. Next book that comes out on 13th of April is Homecoming by Kate Morton. Homecoming by Kate Morton comes out 13th of April. and I will read you a bit about the book. Adeline Hills, Christmas Eve, 1959. At the end of a scorching hot day, beside a creek on the grounds of the grand and mysterious mansion, a local delivery man makes a terrible discovery. A police investigation is called, and in the small town of Tambila becomes embroiled in one of the most shocking and perplexing murder cases in the history. Well, in this South Australia, so this place takes place in Australia, and what I've read, this is actually based on a true story, if I'm remembering correctly. But yes, I think this sounds very interesting, and I'm only kind of interested in both history and crime, and this is like both of them together. Like, yes. Anyway, it sounds very good. I hope to read it at some point. Next book that I want to read comes out on the 18th of April, and it's also a history fiction, I guess. This book is based on true events, to be honest. So this book is called The Vagger, a tale of shipwreck, mutiny, I don't know, and murder by David Gran. So, if you have read if you have read The Killers of the Flower Moon, this is a serial that reveals the shocking truth. The power narrative reveals the deeper meaning of the events of the Vagger, showing that it was not only the captain and the crew who ended up on the trial, but the very idea of empire. On January 28, 1742, a ramshackle vessel of patched together wood and cloth washed up on the coast of Brazil. Inside were 13 emaciated men, barely alive, and they had an extraordinary tale to tell. They were survivors of His Majesty's ship, the Vagger, a British vessel that had left England in 1740 on a secret mission during an imperial war with Spain. I mean, this sounds very interesting, and I would like to read it, and I hope that I will get the chance to actually read it at some point, because yeah, it sounds very interesting. Next is a book that comes out on 25th of April. This book is called This Delicious Death. What I know, because I saw Veronica Shelf talk about this book on her channel, and it's a horror book about students that wants to eat meat in a festival, and yes, it's a young adult. I don't really read that much young adult because I'm older now, but yes, but still I kind of feel like this could be something that I like. four best friends, one music festival, and a cooler field with human organs. This summer is about to get gory. Yes. I don't need to say anymore. I still want to read it. I know that I'm quite older. Like I'm gonna be 29 this year, but anyway, I still want to read it because it sounds very good. Sounds interesting in a way. The next book that also comes out on April 25 is called The Lake House, that I also saw at Veronica's shelf. And I will read you a bit about the book, The Late Arrivals. Yeah. And then the two other arrivals come, and when the three girls find a dead body in the woods, they realize that none of this is an accident. Yes. Three girls comes to a place in the woods and find a dead body. What could possibly happen? So I would like to read that book, and that book comes out on 25th of April, and it's called The Lake House. And then it's called Ascension. Here's what I want to read. A mind-bending, spectacular thriller in which the sudden appearance of a mountain in the middle of the Pacific Ocean leads a group of scientists to a series of jaw-dropping revelations that challenge the notion of what it means to be a human. Yeah. That sentence just made me want to read this book, because what could possibly have happened? What has happened here? And I will want to read it. So the book comes out on April 25, and I want to read it. Then I think we are on the last book now. The book is called You Shouldn't Have Come Here, and the book comes out on 25th of April as well. So here's what I will tell you about the book. Grace Evans, an overworked New Yorker looking for a total escape from her busy life, books an Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of the Wyoming. When she arrives, she pleasantly surprised to find that the owner is a handsome man by the name of Calvin Wells. But there are things Grace discovered that she's not too pleased with. A lack of cell phone service, a missing woman, and a feeling that something isn't right with the town. Can I please read this book now? But anyway, that book comes out on 25th of April, and that is all the books that comes out in April that I want to read at some point. I will not go and buy these at the release date of these books. I will probably listen to these books on my audiobook app or borrow them from my library if they have it. But otherwise, I hope at some point, hopefully I will be able to read it, because there are a few of these books that I actually do find very interesting at the moment, and who knows, maybe I maybe I will find them and read them, or who knows, maybe I will, when I get the chance to read them, not be interested in reading them anymore, who knows, but at the moment I'm hoping that I will have the chance to read these books at some point. Yeah, but anyway, is there any of these books that you want to read? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's any books that comes out that I haven't really talked about in April that comes out that you think I will like. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. What do you think about this light and location? Do you prefer this? Do you prefer this than the other way around when I have the camera here? Do you prefer that way or this way? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and share my video. And thank you for watching. That it means a lot to me that I have you watching my channel. Thank you so much. And see you next time.